Welcome back, my friends. My name's Gareth. This is Tech Check. This week, I want to check out this 15.6 inch IPS touchscreen USB-C portable monitor from a company called Wimaxit. Let's unbox it, let's test it, and let's actually give you that seal of approval. Is it actually worth it? Let's do this. So this model is the M1560CT3. Let's open it up. Let's see what's inside. So opening up for the first time, we've got this lovely little box. We are greeted with a portable monitor user guide. We've got our UK plug and adapter. Now this is a nice addition here. We've got a hardback which looks to double as a stand and an actual case as well. And then we have got the screen. I'm getting my fingers all over it already, but it looks like it's already got a pre-applied screen protector on, which is pretty cool as well. And then in the bottom of the actual case, we've got our plethora of cables. We've got our USB-C to USB-C. We've got our USB 3 to USB-C. And then we have got our full standard HDMI to mini HDMI as well. So all around, guys, a pretty straightforward unboxing there. Comes with all the cables which are necessary in order not only to power this particular portable monitor, but to also connect it to all the latest peripherals as well. Obviously, I'm based here in the UK, so we've got a UK adapter. And I think the additions such as a screen protector, as well as a case, which will double up as a stand, is a nice addition as well. So this is the touch monitor in its actual case. There's been different variations over the last 3 or 4 years from Wimaxit, and I think they've made some really good adjustments. You no longer get the screws which attach the actual stand to the actual monitor itself. It's all done by magnets now, which just makes everything a little bit easier. So this is a quick look at in the stand in its most upright position. You can then lower it down dependent on your preference on viewing angles, and it can be easily removed from the magnets itself. What we'll do now is we'll have a look at the features of this particular screen, and I'll walk you through them. So taking a look at the back of the monitor itself, we've lost the left and right screws to attach the case to the actual monitor itself. What I'm really pleased about though is we've still got the VESA mounting capability. For someone like me, I can actually connect this monitor to a VESA mount, attach it to that wall. With it being really low profile, it will stick against that wall, out the way, no problems at all. I can then use the USB-C to USB-C cable, and I can use it as a portable monitor for my Sony camera. Taking a close look at the left-hand side, we've got our left speaker, we've got our power button, we've got our on-screen display menu options, and then we've got a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right hand side, we've got our right speaker, we've got our HDMI, which can be used for our PS4, PS5, Xbox connections. We've then got 2 USB-C connections and an OTG connection as well. So turning our attention to the panel itself, guys, we've got a 15.6 inch IPS touch panel in here. In its native resolution, it's 1920 by 1080p, and it's got this anti-glare matte finish to the screen, so should be quite good at decent viewing angles as well. It's got a contrast ratio of 800:1 and a peak brightness of 250 nits whilst being externally powered also. Let's turn it on and test it out. So first off, guys, we'll connect my Samsung S21 Ultra to the actual screen. We're going to use the USB-C to USB-C connection. We'll just put it into USB-C 1. And as we can see straight away, it powers on. In terms of how quick the screen reacts, it's really straightforward. You're not going to notice any delays or anything like that. In terms of the actual screen, it's not very bright, guys, whilst it's being powered by my phone. So what we will do is give you a comparison when we externally power it. But jumping onto something like Netflix, just to have a look at that, as I said, in terms of the touch, really straightforward, no problems whatsoever either. So we'll click straight onto some external power and we'll have a look at the screen at its brightest. And there we go. We've connected via USB-C external power, and it makes a humongous difference, guys. We've upped the on-screen display to 10, And we've also upped the screen display on my phone to 10 as well, so we're getting maximum output. The colours are absolutely fine. Very, very, very good at different viewing angles as well, so I really like that. And I love the anti-glare screen, so you can tilt it left, right and not have any problems. Couple of things to note here is that one thing, when you've not got that external power, the brightness does dip down by, I would say, about 50%. So if you're going to be utilizing it via just connected to an external device and you're out in the sun or anything like that, I could potentially see a few problems. But if you've got the opportunity to connect to external power, say you're in the car and you use it as an external display on the back of a headrest or something like that, so the kids can actually watch it, or you're on a plane, or you've got a battery pack or anything like that, it's going to serve very, very good as a second or third monitor. Last thing to note is that the sRGB color accuracy of this monitor is not great. So any graphic designers or anyone that actually needs color accuracy, it's not going to be brilliant there. But I'll reiterate, for a second or third monitor or some sort of portable device as a camera monitor or something like that, it would serve very, very well. Pressing the options menu on the left hand side will bring up the on-screen display. In order to press OK, we can press it again and that will get us onto brightness. Again, we can press it in and that will give us an option to dim the brightness down. And as you can see, it will go all the way down. So we'll turn that back up to 10. We'll press OK on there. We've got contrast. We've got an eco mode, so you can change the different modes here from game, movie, photo, or vivid. I think standard is okay for me. In terms of sharpness, we can alter that if we wish to do it. We've currently got it on 3. We've also got options to actually change the color temperature, the hue, the saturation, and we've also got FreeSync capability as well, which is, for anyone that's wanting to do any gaming or anything like that, is a really good addition. In terms of the speakers, we'll come on to that very, very shortly. And then we've also got the language. We've got the image flip capability as well. So if you turn it or rotate it, the screen will also rotate for you as well. And then the last is our input. So I have it on auto select, guys, so that it'll automatically change to whatever you've got connected. So really, really straightforward on-screen display. Plenty of options to actually customize however you want this to actually look. So we mentioned before, it's got a left and right speaker. We'll just give you an indication as to what the quality of these speakers are actually like. So we've currently got the volume on level 1. We'll knock it slightly up. The next part is probably the most important part, hooking up our RGB so that in IQ, all our fans will work. We're now at level 10. How we envisage them. So I want my bottom fan at the front to be fan number 1. Does sound slightly tinny, and as I would always suggest, guys, if you've got an external set of speakers or headphones, you want to be using those over this. But again, if you're in a scenario where you're using it as an external display for the kids or on a plane or anything like that, you're going to have headphones anyway. But if last case resort, you didn't have any external speakers or headphones, then it would serve its purpose okay. I wouldn't, again, advise if you were going to do any audio or anything like that, working off these speakers, because they're not great. And there we have it, guys. USB-C to USB-C connected to my work laptop here. So just an old Lenovo T490. But in this current configuration, we've got extending the displays. So we've got one screen here and we've got one screen here, independent. You could actually duplicate the screens if you wanted to, allowing you touchscreen functionality on this one and obviously not on this one. But same stuff as what we could do with regards to the actual phone. No problems whatsoever. If you want to actually click on something else or anything like that, you could do whatever you wanted to on here. Again, just giving you a couple of hints on what can and what can't be done. So overall, guys, I've been really, really impressed with this 1920 by 1080p IPS screen. There is a few drawbacks in terms of the speakers, but we know that they're inbuilt speakers. You're not going to get the same functionality as a standalone pair or some decent headphones. The peak brightness of the monitor is absolutely fine while you've got an external display or external power actually connected. If you're only using something like a phone or a power bank or anything like that, then just be aware it'll be around 50% of the actual peak brightness, so around 125 nits rather than the 250. So that brings us on to the last question, guys, and probably the most important. How much is it actually gonna cost? So it's on screen here, guys. It's £219.99 in terms of pounds. There is a £20 voucher as well, so £200 in total. The pound and the dollar are much of a muchness at this moment in time, so the question is £200, $200, maybe slightly less in America. But for me, is it worth £200? Now, I would say that £200 is a lot of money for another monitor, especially a 15.6 inch touchscreen external display monitor. You can buy some fantastic standalone monitors for £200, especially at 1920 1080p. So I would say in certain circumstances it's very much worth it. For me, I think yes, it's going to be worth it because it's very low profile. I can put it easily against the wall. I can use it as an external monitor for my cameras and things like that. If I want to use it in the back of the car for the kids when we're traveling, or if we want to go on holiday or anything like that, it's handy just to shove in the suitcase, hook it up to the phone if you've not got a TV in your room and stuff like that to watch Netflix. But overall, I'm quite satisfied with regards to what you're getting for £200. Now, I know that for some people, that's a hell of a lot of money, and it's got to be a special use case in order to go out and get it. Now, we've already said the peak brightness is not the brightest when not connected externally. We've already said that the speakers aren't massively great, so it'd be better utilising headphones or a set of external speakers. And then the cost comes into it. So I'm going to let you guys make up your own mind. For me, I believe that it's worth it, but for you guys, it may not. I wish you all the very best, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a subscribe on the actual channel. Feel free to leave a like on the video as well. I wish you all the very best. Take care.